Water turns into Penn's Creek. This is the source of Penn's Creek, which is a major trout fishing creek. Fish splashing around. The trout don't stay in the cave because they'd go blind in the cave, but they do swim through the cave to get to the quarter machine. Smart fish. We're going to have a couple question and answer sessions throughout the cave trip. We'll be back here in 45
Los pescados van de aquí para allá, pero vienen acá porque aquí está la comida.
Nope.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
All the water's coming into the cave beneath that left-hand wall. There's a tunnel down there. It's a spring. Now that tunnel is the drainage point for this valley. It's like a funnel coming to this tunnel, and every day, 11 million gallons of water comes out of 120 gallons of water per second flows through this cave. That's what made the cave. That spring made this creek made this cave. Carved it out. And then rainwater leaks from the ceiling. That's how the formations grow. Drip by drip. Now that formation is green because of the sunlight. The algae grow. You shouldn't see algae inside of a cave because light doesn't belong inside. We have a lot of artificial light in this cave. As we call a cave, it must reach a point of total darkness. These things are growing. I mentioned because of the drip, and it's calcite that makes them.
Expansión de la lluvia y el agua que cae.
That one looks like a wing. You can make out stone feathers a bit.
Can't hear him.
This limestone is like 90% calcium carbonate with a little bit of iron. That's what gives us the rusty color. Iron oxide.
Hierro, un poco de hierro.
Drip by drip, they're growing. The wetter the better. Very fast stalactite can grow 1 inch in 100 years.
Una pulgada en 100 años es lo que hacen.
The average rate of growth is 1 inch every 400 years. This one is growing to be 13 feet tall, and you think it looks like a statue of Liberty.
Sí, es lo que dijo la Estatua de la Libertad.
Isn't this cool, honey?
Most caves are formed in limestone because water can easily carve limestone cracks in caves.
Ooh.
Pay the electric bill?
Geologists think it took about 3 million years for the water to carve the cave, which means that the cave would have been completely full of water. As the water table dropped, oxygen came to the cave and dripped. That's rainwater going through the cracks in the stone that carries calcium from the stone into the cave. Hence the air can hold on to minerals. Calcium crystallizes on the walls to make cave formations. There's stalactite, hangs tight to the top. There's stalagmite, it might reach the top. If the two grow together and connect the top to the bottom, they form a column. That's what you call them. There's a bunch of columns.
Muchas columnas pueden se hacen, a veces que pueden crecer hasta que lleguen hasta el techo, aquí abajo.
The formations that ripple down the walls are called curtains. The ones that look like frozen waterfalls are called flow. There's many types of cave formations. All of them are called speleothems. Speleo is the Greek word for cave. That's why caving is spelunking. Speleology is the study of caves. So formations are speleothems. We'll go around the corner in a moment, get back into the Garden of the Gods, as we call that whole section up there. Anybody have any questions about the cave? Or about Dave? Shoe size?
Turn the lights off at night.
We turn the lights off as soon as we leave the room. That's why I flickered the light when I came in, to tell the people in front of me not to turn the lights on. Yeah. So if there's not a boat in the room, the lights are off.
Si no hay barco adentro, las luces se apagan. No tienen
They
prendidas.
put off heat that could dry the calcite, would allow algae and moss to come destroys caves. So we do our best to keep it in the dark as much as possible.
Tratan de tener más
Good
oscuro
question.
para que sigan viviendo y no se
We
detecten.
gotta wait for that road ahead of us to move on, so if we ask as many questions as we want. If not, I'll just keep talking. I mentioned that caves are primarily formed in limestone. Well, limestone is a sedimentary rock, so it was formed under the ocean. Geologists estimate that during the Ordovician period, Pennsylvania was under the ocean, and that the shells and bones of sea creatures got crushed into layers of limestone. You can see those layers throughout the cave, called strata, layer upon layer, and we find tons of fossilized seashells within the limestone layers. Specifically, it's brachiopod fossils and some trilobite fossils and ocean corals that we find in the limestone. Now, most of them would have been crushed, and that's where the calcium in the stone comes from. Limestone is made out of calcium because it's made out of shells and bones. And that's why this limestone valley is surrounded by sandstone mountains because of the sand at the bottom of shallow seas. Now, these layers would have been flat. They were formed at the bottom of the ocean. Tectonic plate activity lifted them out of the ocean when the supercontinent of Pangaea came together. They think that 300 million years ago, Africa hit North America to lift the mountains up, forming the anticlines and the synclines of the Appalachian Mountains.
He's doing
And when
YMCA.
those mountains were lifted, it would have cracked the rock. The bigger the crack, the more water comes in, and that's where the stalactites are going to be driven from, following the cracks in the stone. Sometimes those cracks carved out bigger.
Por mareo.
You can see that crack.
It's like an angel wings right here.
Pretty fascinating.
They've never been into a cave.
We're gonna play bumper boats.
How big are you, please, your room? They're nice to prepare me. Nobody can match or listen to me. Lock me out. The Statue of Liberty is down the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now, everybody, please point out 3 more things to you guys that you guys take care for ahead of time. Like the lobster claw.
That looks like something we'd find in Italy.
I love how nice and shiny this little stalagmite over here is. That's a really healthy, spinning I talked about the layers of strata. You can see the layers in the cave. Layer on layer on layer. And this layer even has ripple marks right there.
Wow.
Evidence that it was an ancient beach.
Esta fue una playa antes porque las olas dejaron marcadas las piedras con
During
las
the
hojas.
Ordovician period, about 450 million years ago. During that
450
time
millones de
period,
años.
there would not have been any life on land, on Earth, just aquatic. Sometimes you can find different minerals in the stone. If you can see up in this crack, you might see what looks like gold. It's not gold, it's pyrite. Fool's gold. Early settlers would find pockets of pyrite and think they were rich. They were fools. You can't
That's
see
me.
it up there, you might be able to see it up there. If you can't see it up there, you can see it up in the gift shop. You won't see a lot of stalactites in the back of the next room. You've got to go through a teeny tiny tunnel.
Look at that. Looks like a little village.
Straight to Gibraltar. There's a big rock to the left of it. Kind of looks like the Rock of Gibraltar, but wants to be close. You ever hear of the Rock of Gibraltar? It's a big island of thousands of monkeys. It's rocks like that. But it's really a tight squeeze to the Straits of Gibraltar. It will be more exciting on the right-hand side of the boat. You've got a duck. So no one being around. If you don't duck, you might whack your head.
Se tienen que agachar, pero no se van a pegar.
Any questions, comments, joke points?
No.
I took a monkey through this cave once.
You took a what?
Anyone remembers the monkeys? Davy Jones. He's been in this cave a bunch of times.
Dave, I think you're a great tour guide. Outstanding job.
Thank you. I do my best. This started as just a college job for me, and then it turned into my summer job when I was a fifth grade teacher. But then I came to think that caves are safer than classrooms. So I made it my full-time
Él era
position.
maestro.
Me and
Él
Mrs.
empezó aquí
Packer
cuando estaba en
we wanted to see
la
other
prepa,
caves.
trabajar en el
Travel
verano.
around from cave to cave
Después
for a couple
entró a
months.
la universidad y trabajaba aquí en
Vancouver Island
los
for 3
tiempos que
years,
estaba fuera de la escuela. Después él fue profesor un tiempo, pero dice, me prefiero las escuelas que los
project work.
¿Sabes qué?
las escuelas porque los niños son muy fregones y aquí es más
A year ago,
fácil.
they offered me a management job. So I'm a caveman, a jerk. We're going to be heading into the next room, which is actually the first room that was ever explored, because there's another entrance to the cave. 100 feet behind the rocks in the back of that room. If you were to climb back there, you'd leave the cave and pop up right next to your cars. You can look at it from the parking lot. Just look behind the Pepsi machine.
Hay una
There's a
tercera
little
por
fenced-in
allá.
area.
Si
and
caminas
that's the
como 100
entrance in the
pies,
back of that room.
es la
Just a
entrada y vas a ver
5-foot
los
wide
carros.
hole in the ground, and it's
Ese
a
fue el
vertical
primer
drop.
cuarto que exploraron en esta cueva.
If
Entramos
you really want
ahorita.
to, you can walk right down to the fence and look down the hole. And then picture Reverend James Martin climbing down it in the year 1795 with a lantern lighting up the darkness.
En
First person
1797,
we know
esta
of
persona
to ever
James
come
es
into
el
the
que
cave. He
escaló
found a little
arriba
flashlight
de
in the back of that room with
la
broken arrowheads in the dirt around.
en los
Native
1700.
Americans would have used that little cave entrance for shelter. Animals would have done the same thing. And they found the skeletons of 2 big mountain lions back there.
Me encontraron dos esqueletos de los leones de montaña. Aquí.
Wow.
And up through the Straits of Gibraltar, I think that you'll know when you need to die. Just use your heads.
No touchy.
Que se baje la cabeza.
Y este lado de la que llega la piedra.
No lo agarra, no le ve.
No touchy. He still touches.
The cave is always this temperature, 52 degrees
Mira ya qué
Fahrenheit.
bonito.
So it never ever freezes. However, what froze the cave during the ice age? The ice was very strong. It can move rocks. That's what made
We didn't need that prop.
all those rocks fall down.
Ya está lleno.
Eso fue lo que cuando
That breakdown was because the ice during the ice age. Oh, frostbite. Water freezes.
no podías caminar en ella, pero cuando se venía en calor, era tanto el peso que se caían las rocas.
I hear what they're saying too.
Bedrock is perfect insulation. That's why every cave holds
Ahí llega, ¿no?
the average annual temperature of the land inside. So Pennsylvania, it's about 100 degrees in the summer, 0 in the winter. All Pennsylvania caves stay around 50. Cave park in Canada, those ones are always 40. The Texas cave is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. 100% humidity. It's snowing outside. It's sweat.
And geothermal energy. It's always around 50
Antes
degrees.
no, con la que pensaba.
How's it going, babe?